Chosen one, what I'm about to share with you will change your life forever. If you're watching this video right now, it's no accident. God has led you here for a reason, and what you're about to hear is a divine message of transformation. From now on, it is no longer your duty to struggle. Your financial troubles are about to end because God Himself is taking charge of your wealth and prosperity. The abundance you've been praying for is on its way, and those who once mocked you for your lack will soon see that God is revealing your true richness to the world. This is your time, your season, and nothing will stop the blessings that are already moving toward you. But before we dive deeper into this powerful revelation, I need you to do 3 things. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 20,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 99. This number will activate powerful energy in your life and amplify the message of abundance. If you are truly a chosen one, you'll stay with me until the end, because your spirit already knows this truth is for you. Get ready, because your life is about to change in ways you can't even imagine. There comes a point in every journey where the struggle stops and the blessings begin. For those chosen by God, the responsibility of wealth no longer falls upon your shoulders. It is now His duty. The Creator of the universe, who has orchestrated every moment of your life, has promised you an everlasting flow of abundance. This is not a mere wish or hope, but a divine guarantee. Your prosperity is not based on your own sweat or hustle, but on the unshakable foundation of God's faithfulness. Imagine a river that never runs dry, continually replenishing itself, no matter how much is drawn from it. That is the nature of God's provision for you as His chosen one. You are destined to live a life of wealth, not as a result of your labor, but because He has vowed to provide for you forever. This divine responsibility is a testament to His unwavering commitment to His promises. It's time to stop struggling and start trusting in this unbreakable covenant with God's responsibility to provide. You can rest easy, knowing that your needs are already met. You are no longer subject to the uncertainties of life, but you are walking in the certainty of His provision. Your riches are a reflection of His love for you, and as you embrace this truth, you will experience a peace that transcends all understanding. This peace is not just in the abundance that you will receive, but in knowing that your future is securely in His hands. The moment you accepted your divine calling, a shift occurred. You moved from a life of struggle to a life of supernatural provision. The days of working yourself to exhaustion, fearing the unknown, and battling lack are behind you. From now on, you are living in the abundance of God's promises. What once felt like a constant uphill climb is now a downhill ride, carried effortlessly by God's grace and favor. When you step into this divine abundance, it isn't just about financial wealth. It's about an overflow that touches every area of your life, your relationships, your health, your purpose. Wealth is not simply about having money. It's the fullness of life that God desires for you. When you embrace this truth, you will notice the peace and joy that come with being divinely favored. It's a total transformation of your mindset and your experience. You were chosen for greatness, not because of your strength or skills, but because of God's perfect will. The struggle is not your portion anymore. What's waiting for you now is divine abundance that goes beyond anything you've ever imagined. Trust in this new reality and allow the weight of past struggles to fall away. This is your time, and it's time to receive what has always been yours in God's eyes. Confidence, not born from self-reliance, but from knowing that you are supported by a power greater than yourself. When you embrace the confidence of divine provision, you move through life with an unshakable assurance that everything you need will be supplied. You are no longer unsure about the future. You are assured of God's unfailing goodness and His commitment to fulfilling His promises in your life. Think of the confidence of a child who knows that their parents will always provide for them. This child doesn't worry about where the next meal is coming from or whether they will have a roof over their head. This is the kind of confidence you are invited to embrace as you step into the abundance God has set aside for you. This same trust and security will fill your heart, making every step you take easier, lighter, and filled with peace. Confidence in divine provision means living free from anxiety and doubt. It means trusting in God's timing and His methods, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. When you understand that He is your provider, you can let go of the stress that comes from trying to control every outcome. You can now live in the confidence of knowing that God's plan is always perfect, and it's unfolding for your good. No longer will you toil endlessly to make ends meet from now on. Wealth is God's responsibility. Your only task is to align with His will and trust in His timing. The more you release the burden of trying to control your financial future, the more space you create for God to work His miracles in your life. This is not a passive approach, but one of active faith, believing that as you step forward in obedience, God will open doors of prosperity that you never could have imagined. God is the creator of the universe, the one who spoke the stars into existence. If He is capable of such magnificent feats, surely He can provide for your every need. There is nothing too great for God to handle, and that includes the wealth and resources you need to fulfill your purpose. As you step into this truth, you will begin to notice how everything aligns to bring you what you need right when you need it. Understanding that wealth is God's responsibility frees you from the pressure to figure everything out on your own. Instead of worrying about how you'll make it happen, you can focus on trusting and doing what you're called to do. When God takes on the responsibility of your prosperity, you can expect not just enough, but more than enough to live a life of abundance and impact. It's time to remove any doubts you may have about your financial future. God is not a man that He should lie, and His promises are yes and amen. If He has called you to live in abundance, then you can rest assured that He will make a way. Your dreams are not too big for God, and your goals are not unreachable. What might seem impossible in the natural realm is already accomplished in the spiritual. There is no room for doubt, because God's plan for you includes a wealth that will astonish even your greatest hopes. Many people struggle with the idea of financial success, believing that it is reserved for a select few or that they are somehow unworthy of great wealth. But you are chosen. You are meant for greatness. The wealth that awaits you is not just for your personal benefit, but to equip you to fulfill your purpose on earth, whether that purpose is to help others, support ministries, or build something that changes the world. God is going to ensure that you have the resources to do it the moment you banished out from your mind. You open the door for miracles. The more you align your thoughts with God's promises, the more you will see the manifestation of those promises in your life. You are not meant to live in scarcity or struggle. God's plan for you includes financial abundance, and that abundance will flow to you in ways you never thought possible. Let go of doubt and embrace the certainty that God is about to make you a millionaire. There is an incredible power in knowing that God will provide it. Joy gives you a sense of peace, security, and assurance that nothing in this world can take away. When you are certain that your needs will be met, you can live with joy and freedom, unencumbered by fear or worry. This knowledge transforms your approach to life, allowing you to act boldly, knowing that God's provision is always just a step away. This is not a blind faith, but a faith rooted in experience and the promises of God. Look back at every time He has provided for you in the past, every breakthrough, every answered prayer, every miracle. Those moments were not accidents. They were divine provisions, and they are a testimony to the fact that God will continue to provide for you. The more you meditate on this truth, the more it becomes a foundation upon which you can build your life. When you know that God will provide, you can move forward with confidence. You don't have to fear the unknown or fret about the future. The Creator of the universe has already planned out your life, and He has made a way for you to prosper with this knowledge. you can face any challenge, knowing that God's provision will see you through as you begin to step into your divine abundance. There will inevitably be those who question, doubt, or mock your success. But let me tell you this, they are not your concern. What God has promised you is not subject to the opinions or judgments of others. Your abundance is a testament to God's faithfulness, and no one can take that away from you. When God blesses you, no one can curse you. It's easy to become discouraged when people mock your dreams or belittle your success, but remember, they are not the ones who hold your future. God is, and if He has spoken prosperity over your life, no human opinion can alter that. Your wealth and success are signs of His favor and a reflection of His ability to provide in moments of mockery or doubt. Rise above. Keep your eyes focused on God's promises. And remember that the blessings you are receiving are not just for you. They are a declaration of His goodness and power. As you rise above the noise, you will watch as your abundance speaks for itself. Silency. Nang any opposition along the way. God's plan for you is not a temporary fix, but an eternal richness that will last for generations to come. This divine prosperity is not something that you have to constantly chase after. It's something that comes to you as you walk in alignment with God's will. The effort you need to put forth is not about striving or struggling, but about trusting and obeying. When you do that, the riches will follow. The world tells you that success comes from hard work and relentless effort. While there is value in diligence, God's plan for you is different. It's about resting in His provision and trusting that He will bring the increase. When you live in harmony with His purpose, your life will overflow with blessings, and you will be positioned to receive everything He has promised without exhausting yourself in the process. This kind of divine provision is the ultimate freedom. You no longer have to live in fear of scarcity or worry about where the next blessing will come from. Your life is a reflection of God's plan for eternal richness, a wealth that goes beyond what the world can offer. This is God's best for you, and it's time to embrace it fully. Wealth is not just for personal enjoyment. It's a tool to fulfill your divine purpose as you step into the abundance God has promised you. Remember that with great wealth comes great responsibility. This responsibility is not a burden, but a privilege. You are now in a position to make a difference, to impact lives, and to leave a legacy for future generations. Your wealth is a means to further God's kingdom and to help others experience the same blessings you've received. Wealth, when used rightly, has the power to transform communities, heal families, and spread love in ways that nothing else can. This is the true power of divine prosperity. It's not just about the things you can buy or the lifestyle you can live, but about to the lives you can touch and the good you can do in the world. As you embrace this responsibility, your wealth will take on a deeper purpose and you will experience true fulfillment. Your divine wealth is meant to be shared. The more you give, the more you will receive. This is the principle of abundance. What you sow, you reap as you use your prosperity to serve others and to expand God's kingdom. You will see an even greater flow of blessings coming into your life. You are chosen to use your wealth to fulfill a higher purpose, and as you do, you will experience the joy that comes from making a lasting impact. Certainly. Here's the continuation of the script, expanding on the next headings. When you begin to experience divine richness, it's a tangible manifestation of God's faithfulness to you. His promises are not empty words. They are solid, steadfast truths that never fail as you step into the abundance He has prepared for you. You are not just gaining material wealth, but a deeper understanding of His loyalty and love. Every blessing you receive is a reflection of God's unchanging character and His commitment to see you flourish. Think about the moments in your life when you've seen God come through for you. Maybe it was a time when you felt completely helpless, and he provided a solution beyond what you could have imagined. Or perhaps it was in the small, everyday blessings that serve as reminders that he is always with you. Divine richness isn't just about the big victories. It's found in the consistent, steady provision that proves God is faithful at every turn. When you realize that the wealth you're experiencing is not of your own making, but a gift from God, your heart is filled with gratitude and awe. It shifts your perspective from striving to receiving, from effort to grace. You understand that everything you have is a result of God's faithful to His word, and because He is faithful, you can trust that this divine richness will continue to flow into your life now and forever as you embrace the abundant life that God has for you. There may be those who doubt your success or even mock your newfound blessings. But here's the truth. They cannot touch what God has blessed. No amount of criticism, judgment, or mockery can diminish the prosperity God has ordained for you when He has set His favor upon your life. No one can stand against it. The beauty of divine abundance is that it's not about proving others wrong. It's about fulfilling the purpose that God has for you. Your wealth and success will speak for themselves. Those who once mocked will eventually stand in awe of what God has done in your life. They will see that it was never about your own ability, but about the divine favor that rests upon you. And in time, your success will become a testimony to them of God's goodness and His power to transform lives. Remember, those who criticize are often speaking out of their own insecurities or misunderstandings. Their opinions do not define your reality. God's word does. So stand firm in His promises, and don't let anyone's negativity sway you as you walk in the fullness of God's blessing. You will see that the mockers fade away, and what remains is the undeniable proof of God's favor in your life. Living in the fullness of God's provision means experiencing life as it was meant to be, abundant, peaceful, and free from lack. This isn't just a surface-level experience, but a deep, all-encompassing state of being. You are not just surviving, you are thriving. Every area of your life is touched by God's generous provision, from your finances to your relationships, from your health to your dreams. God's hand is upon it all. The fullness of God's provision is not something that happens overnight. It's a journey of deepening trust and dependence on Him. As you continue to grow in faith, you will begin to see more and more evidence of God's care for you. You will witness miraculous breakthroughs, doors that open without effort, and opportunities that seem too good to be true. But they will be true. Because God is faithful and He has planned a life of fullness for you. This fullness is not about having everything you want. It's about knowing that God will give you everything you need and more. When you live in the fullness of His provision, there is no fear of scarcity. You can step into each day with a heart full of gratitude, knowing that your Creator is walking with you, providing for you in ways that are beyond your comprehension. This is the life God has called you to, one of peace, abundance, and joy. Stepping into wealth is not about taking a giant leap into the unknown. It's about stepping confidently into the assurance that God is with you every step of the way. Divine assurance means knowing that everything you need for success is already on its way to you. You no longer have to wonder if you are on the right path or if things will work out. You can walk forward with full confidence that God has already gone ahead of you. This assurance gives you the courage to take bold actions, knowing that they are in alignment with God's will for your life. Whether it's pursuing a new business venture, making an investment, or stepping into a new opportunity, you can move forward without fear. You know that God is not only with you, but He is making a way for you. His plans for your success are already in motion, and it's time for you to step into them with divine assurance. Wealth becomes a natural byproduct of walking in God's favor. It's not something you chase after, but something that follows you as you remain faithful to Him, as you step forward, trusting in His provision. You will begin to see how everything falls into place perfectly effortlessly, and according to His divine design. Your wealth is more than just a personal blessing. It is a powerful testimony to God's unwavering duty to provide for His chosen ones. Every dollar, every blessing, every resource that flows into your life is evidence that God is fulfilling His promise to you. It's a living, breathing proof of His faithfulness and a reminder to the world that His word cannot return void as you step into your divine we. You are not just living for yourself. You are living as a testimony to others. People will look at your life and see the undeniable proof that God is real and that He keeps His promises. Your success will inspire others to trust in Him, to believe that they too can experience His provision. Your life becomes a beacon of hope, a shining example of what happens when we trust in God's duty to care for us. This testimony is not just for now, it's for future generations. The wealth you receive will have lasting impact, shaping the course of your family and community. For years to come, your legacy will be one of faithfulness, abundance, and the undeniable truth that God is a provider who always delivers on His promises. You are chosen for greatness, and greatness is not something that is earned. It is something that is bestowed upon you by God. All the struggles, the hardships, and the setbacks of the past are now behind you. It's time to let go of any negative thoughts or memories that may be holding you back. Your past does not define you. God's purpose for your life. The journey to greatness is not without challenges, but it is also filled with divine assistance. As you release the weight of peace struggles, you make room for the fullness of God's blessings to enter your life. Your history may be filled with battles, but your future is filled with victory. It's time to embrace the greatness that has been set aside for you. Embrace your divine calling. Step into the greatness that God has ordained for you. You are no longer bound by the limitations of your past. You are free to walk boldly into the future He has prepared for you, a future filled with prosperity, purpose, and a life that reflects His glory. Now is your time to rise, and nothing can hold you back. Divine wealth is not just a temporary experience. It is a promise that has no expiration. It's a blessing that flows freely and continuous. Lie unrestricted by human limitations the moment you accept. Accept this promise, you unlock a realm of abundance that is limitless and boundless. God's provision for you knows no bounds, whether it's financial, emotional, or spiritual wealth. He has promised to supply you with all that you need, and more. Imagine the vastness of the ocean, endless and full of life. That's how God's provision works in your life. It's an unmeasurable and infinite resource that never runs dry. As you lean into this divine promise, you start to see that there are no ceilings to your success, no barriers to your progress. The blessings you receive today are only a fraction of the abundance God has stored up for you. Every moment is an opportunity for more to flow into your life. Living in divine wealth means you are not confined by the limitations of the world, while the world operates within systems of lack and scarcity. God's kingdom operates on principles of abundance and overflow. This is your inheritance as a child of God, an inheritance that is not just for you, but for those around you as well. Your prosperity is meant to spill over and impact your community, your family, and your world in profound ways. This divine wealth is not just about material possessions, but about living a life where everything you need is provided for emotionally, spiritually, and physically. God's wealth touches every area of your life, enriching you in ways that go beyond what you can imagine. And because His wealth has no limits, your potential is truly limitless. Embrace this truth today and let the overflow so begin. When you allow yourself to fully embrace the glory of God's provision, you begin to live a life that far exceeds your expectations. What you once thought was beyond reach suddenly becomes your reality, and your dreams transform into tangible blessings. God's provision is not just about meeting your needs, it's about giving you more than enough to live a life of extraordinary purpose and fulfillment. We often limit ourselves by what we think we deserve or what we believe is possible. But when we let go of these limitations and indeed trust in God's ability to provide, we enter into a realm of blessings beyond our wildest dreams. God doesn't just want to meet your needs, He wants to bless you abundantly so you can bless others. His provision is designed to catapult you into your destined destiny beyond what you could have ever planned for yourself. This abundance is not a coincidence. It's a direct result of aligning with God's will for your life. The more you trust Him, the more He opens doors and releases opportunities that surpass your expectations, whether it's financial breakthroughs, career advancements, or personal growth. God's provision always exceeds what you think is possible. He is a God of abundance, and His glory is revealed in your overflow. The true glory of God's provision is experienced when we stop striving and start trusting. When we surrender our plans to His will, we find that what He has in store for us is far better than anything we could have imagined. It's a life of constant surprises, blessings and joy that continually deepens your faith in His goodness and provision. Step into a new season where the blessings you've been waiting for begin to flow naturally and supernaturally. This is not a season of scarcity or struggle, but of abundance and supernatural provision. When you align with God's plan for your life, you will begin to witness a flow of blessings that seem to appear out of nowhere. God's hand is moving on your behalf, orchestrating situations, opening doors, and pouring out blessings in a way that only He can. The supernatural flow of blessings is about more than just financial success. It's about receiving favor in all areas of your life, whether it's your relationships, health, or purpose. God will bless every part of your journey. This flow begins with a simple shift in your mindset when you recognize that abundance is your inheritance and start walking in it. You open the door to a supernaturous outpouring that will touch every part of your life. Think about the way rivers flow. They carry everything in their path, bringing life to everything they touch. This is how God's blessings will flow in your life as you open yourself up to receive. You will see that the blessings are not just for you, but they are meant to be shared to overflow into the lives of others. You are a vessel for God's goodness, and as you step into this flow, your life becomes a living testimony to His grace. Embrace this new season, knowing that the blessings are not something you have to fight for. They are a natural result of God's favor on your life as you walk in obedience and trust. The supernatural flow of God's blessings will carry you to heights you never thought possible. This is the season of divine provision and abundance. Step into it fully and let it transform every area of your life. The journey to divine wealth is paved with unseen doors of opportunity that God is ready to open for you. These doors are not visible to the naked eye, but when you walk in alignment with God's will, He will reveal these opportunities at the right time. The path to prosperity isn't always clear at first, but when you trust God, He will lead you to the doors that will change your life forever. There are opportunities waiting for you that you could never have planned or imagined on your own. It may be a job offer, an investment opportunity, or a partnership that seems to come out of nowhere, but these doors are not random. They are divinely orchestrated. God is positioning you to receive, and these opportunities will not only bless you, but will equip you to bless others as well. Think about the story of Joseph in the Bible. He went through trials and challenges, but God used those very circumstances to open doors of opportunity that led to his rise in Egypt, just like Joseph. The doors of opportunity in your life are often preceded by moments of testing, but God's hand is always guiding you when you remain faithful and trust in His timing. He will open doors that lead to wealth, success, and purpose. Embrace the unseen, knowing too. Behind every challenge is a divine opportunity waiting for you to walk through it as you remain steadfast in your faith. Those doors will open wide, and you will step into a future of unlimited prosperity. God is always working behind the scenes to bring about your breakthrough, and His plan for you is far greater than anything you could ever imagine. True wealth is not about accumulating riches for the sake of luxury or status. It's about using your blessings to make a meaningful impact on the world. God's purpose for your wealth is much bigger than you. As you walk in divine abundance, He will show you how to use your resources to help others to further His kingdom and to fulfill your higher calling. Your prosperity is meant to be a tool for good, a way to serve and uplift others in ways that reflect God's love and generosity. Every dollar you receive, every resource that comes into your hands, is an opportunity to make a difference, whether it's supporting a cause, helping someone in need, or investing in a project that furthers God's mission. Your wealth is meant to be shared. God blesses you, not just for your own benefit, but to equip you to bless others. The more you give, the more you will receive, because God honors those who use their wealth to further His purposes. As you use your wealth to impact the world, you will see that your life takes on new meaning. It's no longer just about accumulating more, it's about fulfilling the divine purpose for which you were created. True wealth brings fulfillment, joy and peace because it is aligned with God's will for your life. You are part of a greater plan, and your blessings are meant to contribute to something much bigger than yourself. This kind of wealth is transformational, not only in your life, but in the lives of others. It's a wealth that multiplies as you use it for good. The more you invest in others, the more God will multiply your blessing. Is creating a cycle of abundance and impact that has lasting effects for generations to come. God's timing is perfect, and when you align with His timing, you unlock the seasons of wealth that He has ordained for your life. There are times in your life when it may seem like nothing is happening, and then suddenly the floodgates of provision open and blessings begin to pour in. This is the result of divine timing. When you are in the right place at the right time and with the right heart, everything falls into place. God is a God of season. There are seasons of waiting, of sowing, and of preparation.